Today in Rob's Garage, we're going to change the oil on this 2025 Chevy Trax. Welcome back to Rob's Garage. I'm Rob. This is obviously not my garage. I'm visiting my adult daughter out of town, and she's got to do an oil change on her 2025 Chevy Trax here, so we figured, why don't we do a little demonstration so all of you guys and ladies can see how easy it is to change the oil and save yourself a few dollars. So here's all the tools and supplies you're going to need to do this job. It's really quite simple. I think we spent a total of $50 on these tools. You can look them up at places like Harbor Freight or online. In total for the supplies, it's $53. $45 in oil for 5 quarts and $8 for a filter. Oil you need is AC Delco SAE0W20. Takes 5 quarts. The filter is AC Delco PF64. You're going to need to have yourself a funnel like this to fill up the oil. It's helpful to have an oil filter wrench such as this to tighten the filter on. It's a 74 millimeter 15 flute. We got this 7-quart drain pan here. It only takes 5 quarts, but then you have a little excess capacity for spills. Got some rags. Breaker bar. It's a 3/8 diameter breaker bar with a 15 millimeter socket to take the drain plug off, and then the torque wrench. It's going to take, you're going to need some pretty low torque specs on this. I'll get to those later in the video. But you don't need a really fancy torque wrench. This isn't even digital. This is just a little click torque wrench. And we've got a 3/8 against 3/8 inch with a short extension here. Now the extension is not mandatory, but you'll come to find it's helpful when you're trying to torque the oil filter wrench on. You can do your own oil changes, and it only costs you $53 every oil change in the future. First thing, we got to pop the hood. So you slide this right here to release it.
And put this up to hold it.
So where you take your 15 millimeter socket, and you'll find that drain bolt down there on the bottom of the engine. Remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty.
We're doing it the wrong way. Wait. No, it's going. Oh, there we go. Be careful, because it can be hot.
Yeah, you want your oil to be warm, but then you want to let it cool down. So now we're draining the oil here. It's still pretty warm.
Yeah, it's hot.
Too hot to grab that bolt by hand. The bolt's not completely off, it's just cracked enough to where the oil is draining into the pan. And we'll just let it sit like that for a bit. As soon as you move that drain bolt, it'll start gushing out. And so be prepared. It's almost there, girl.
I'm scared to catch it, and it hurts.
Well, our drain pan is filling up pretty good.
Oh! Dropped in.
Yeah, that's pretty common. We'll fish it out after.
Looks like soy sauce.
There's your drain bolt. You got a nice, so that's got a rubber gasket on it. See that?
The black
The rubber
parts.
gasket, yeah. So you do want to replace this periodically. It's not like if you have a copper crush washer, you need to replace the crush washer every change. These rubber ones, you can go 3-4 times. I'll put the part number in the description of the video in case you guys ever want to replace it. It's not that expensive. Now my daughter's got her oil filter wrench up on the oil filter, and she's got the extension connected to her breaker bar. And we got the drain pan underneath it, and it's still draining. All right, we had to shift filter wrenches here. The one I just got her not quite working well enough. It's the correct size.
This one's also, I think it's taller, and that just makes it feel more stable. I don't know if that's like
Yeah.
super...
So it is a 74 millimeter 15 flute, but this one is a little deeper. I think it's gonna help. There you go. Just get ready. And you might be able to get it to the point where you can start taking off by hand. There you go. Just let it drain now. I just let it drain.
Let it go?
Yep.
Okay.
So let it sit there. It's loose enough now. It's going to start draining into the pan. Now you can start loosening it a little more.
I want to pull this off. I'm so mad.
Let's get ready.
To pick it, to pull it, or grab it.
You don't want to drop it into the pan. There you go. Good job. There you go. Excellent work. All right, with the drain pan properly positioned so that it's draining oil from the drain plug as well as the oil filter opening. While that's draining there, we are going to open up, what do you call this, the oil fill
opening
thing, and let air into the system. That will help make sure it all drains out. Now we're going to set the torque wrench. The torque spec for the oil filter is 8 foot-pounds. So we are looking here at foot-pounds, right? You go to the 5. So you got to have a torque wrench that'll go down to 8 foot-pounds. Now really 8 foot-pounds is just a little bit more than hand tight anyway. So if you don't have a torque wrench, you can probably just do it kind of hand tight and then like a quarter turn or so. But I'm very precise. She's being precise.
I'm trying to. Wait.
Go back to the 0 and the 5.
0, 5.
There you go.
1.
1. So
Two.
that's 6, 7, 8. Yep.
And then you tighten it.
And then tighten it down.
Already tightened.
Don't forget, when you're done using your torque wrenches, you gotta set them back to 0 so that the spring doesn't lose its spring. We're putting a little new oil on the seal of the new oil filter. That'll help properly seal it. Now she's taking a rag and just wiping off the threads and so forth. Now she's got her new oil filter here. And you're gonna tighten it by hand.
Sorry.
I'll drop it into the pan. There you go. Get that hand tight and then we'll torque it down. Okay. Now, righty-tighty. There you go. And with this type of torque wrench, it'll click when you've reached the proper torque. More expensive torque wrenches, digital, will beep. Start putting the new bolt, the clean bolt in. All right. Get it started, and then you'll be able to wipe behind it before you tighten it all the way down. We're set this to 15 foot-pounds. Just put it at 0 and 15, you're good. Okay, this takes 5 quarts of oil. Number 2. Number 4.
Cool.
And it's always a good idea to check how much oil you've taken out. You got a 7-quart drain pan, like my daughter here, taking 5 quarts out of it, you can pretty much eyeball and see you've got 5. If it only looks like it's halfway full, your drain pan, then you probably didn't drain enough out. So our 5th quart, let's seal it up. Now we're going to start it up and check for leaks. We're going to be looking for leaks right here at the drain pan bolt and at the oil filter. Looks good.
Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to press this little icon right here. Oh, it's a lot harder to do with the camera. Okay, press that. Now here it shows like your fuel economy, and then if you have like trip information, you're going to go up here to maintenance. Here it shows you your oil life. You click on that.
Oh, go back real quick. You see how it says 31%?
Yes.
Even though it says 31%, that's because the manufacturer suggests you can drive longer than 5,000 miles, but we recommend changing the oil every 5,000 miles. So she's changed it 5,100 miles since the last change, and it still says 31%. I don't buy it. We're going to change it consistently at 5,000 miles. Go ahead and show them how to do it.
All right, you press that. You press reset. It's super easy. This will reset your oil life status to 100%. Reset, and then it shows 100, so now you know.
There we go. Now what that's doing is recording in the computer of the car in its memory when you change the oil. It's good for service records maintenance. You could plug a scanner into it and see, how many oil changes it's had, if you went to sell the vehicle or something. But this way you can keep track of it. Again, if it gets down, 31%, that doesn't necessarily mean you really have 31% life left if you want to change it properly every 5,000 miles.
Can I show them the trip thing where you can keep track of your miles? Okay, another fun Rob's Garage tip is this keeps all of your like quote unquote trip information. So this first trip I have just had that on since I've had the car, so it shows the total mileage on the car. But trip number 2, you can reset it as soon as you change your oil. Reset, and then it changes it to 0. So this is a good way to keep track of the 5,000 mark, and that way you know to change your oil again. All right, that's it from Rob's Garage. That's how you change oil in a 2025 Chevy Trax. It's probably pretty similar to most Chevy Trax, I'd imagine. This is the newest generation, and it's really pretty simple, wouldn't you say? It's really easy.
She can do it herself. Anything else?
It's not bad at all.
It's not bad at all. All right. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe so you can get more content like this. We'll show you other easy ways to save a lot of money. We'll see you on down the road.